Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful pantry sign using a technique that I've never used before. I really wanted to try. I'm going to show you all the errors that I made, what I learned from it, and just the whole thing. So let's go ahead and let's get started. For this project, I used this Dollar Tree Easter sign. I had it for a while, and then I had the words pantry printed out, but I printed out in a mirror image. So when I flip it over, you would get the words the proper way. So I hope I explained it right. You see what I'm doing over here. So the first thing, I will be cutting out the letters. I actually had them 2 on each paper. It was just easier because of the size. And now I'm just putting them the way I want them on a board and deciding where I am going to cut the board, since this board, or actually sign, was a little bit bigger than what I wanted. I'm cutting it with just a box cutter because, as you know, Dollar Tree signs are not so hard to cut. As you can see, I just made cut a few times and then just literally it broke. So after that, I'm using just sander that I had on hand and sanding the edges. Next, I am flipping it over and taking off the raffia bow and the little feet that were on it. If you're doing this, you can do it in the beginning or like I did right now, it doesn't matter. I'm sanding it off just a little bit, and that's pretty much it. Next, I'm showing you over here, I decided to make like a shiplap illusion. So I made 2 lines in the middle. I never used it because I changed my mind how I wanted the colors to go on this board, but that's how the craft goes. You do some things and then you change your mind sometimes. I'm using this apple barrel pavement gray color, and I am painting the edges of my sign. So I decided to go along the edges and the sides as well, because the sides are going to be visible also. And I'm leaving the middle of the sign empty. I'm going to use a different color for that. Next, I'm using just a regular black craft paint, and I am dry brushing it a little bit. Then I'm taking the Truffle color by Waverly, and I am doing the same thing. I am dry brushing on top of that gray paint until I am happy with the way it looks. I am focusing on the edges especially, so I wanted the stressing to be more along the edges. This technique that I'm showing you over here, I actually saw online. I'm going to try to link it down below. They actually did it on a real wood, not painted wood. So I really took a chance over here trying it on material that is not wood and also on a painted one. So now I'm taking Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color. That's what I had on hand. And I'm really sorry about the lighting over here. I don't know why is it so bright. I'm still working on my work area and the lighting and everything, especially when I'm working at night. So please bear with me. I am gonna get there. So I am painting the middle part that I left unpainted. I'm trying to make it full coverage, and then towards the edges I left a little bit distressed and not painted completely. So I made sure it is completely dry before I went on to the next step, which is the fun part. I'm taking polyacrylic water-based, that's what I had on hand, and that's what they recommended. I am putting 1 coat on it on my sign, and then I'm putting the letters right side down. like so. And then I'm pressing it and making sure all the bubbles are out before it dries. And I'm doing it with the rest of it until I'm done with the letters. I'm then leaving it to dry completely. By chance, I left it for a couple of hours because I had other things to do. But if you're in a rush, you can use a hair dryer or something. Just make sure it is completely dry before you go on to the next step. And the next step will be to take a water. I took a sponge brush that I had on hand and just literally paint the water on the top of the sign. And as you can see, the letters are showing. They're starting to show, and it is so satisfying. After you soaked the letters or the paper completely with the water, then start peeling it off. I first started peeling it off, then I saw that that's not going to work, and then I started kind of rubbing it with my hands. I didn't want to take any sponge or anything at first. I thought by hands is going to be the easiest, but then I took my sponge brush and I started doing it with it, and it actually did a really good job. So as you can see over here, that's how the letter's starting to show and your sign is becoming alive. I really, really like this technique, and I really think I'm going to use it more from now on. But anyway, let's go back to this. I wanted to tell you a few things that I've noticed I did wrong and what you can do better. So as you can see over here, it is a little tedious job. You need to take your time to take all the paper off, but here it is how it looks after it's all taken off. So as you can see, the first two letters have a lot of damage, and then the second two not so much, and then the third one looked the best. What I noticed, the problem was that on the first set of letters, I did not put enough polyacrylic. So you literally need to put a lot of polyacrylic and let it dry. That's what did the trick on a R and Y letters, because I did put a lot on it. And basically that what my mistake was. But since my pantry sign was going to be distressed and kind of farmhousey, I was okay with that. But if you're doing this, make sure to put enough polyacrylic before you put the paper down. And one thing I'll do different next time is I'll cut the paper closer to the letters so I don't have so much to peel. So over here, I'm just using a regular black acrylic paint, and I am filling out the letters where I think they need to be filled out. I'm still leaving some distressing on them. It's really a personal preference how you want to do this. On the last two letters, since they turned out the best, they did not have any distressing, so I just put a little bit of water on them and went over with the back side of my brush and distressed them a little bit. After that, I'm taking the same Waverly chalk paint in color truffle, and I am distressing the edges even further. I am really making sure that border is brown distressed. As you can see over here, I really wanted it to be visible from afar. And after I'm done with that, I am also putting some of that brown distressing between the white and a gray color where they meet, just to make the transition a little bit better. And that's it. This is how my pantry sign turned out. I'm in love with it. My husband loves it. I think it looks absolutely perfect. Do I like this technique? Yes. I'm definitely going to try it again on a plain wood, and I am going to show you how that turns out. Now I know what the mistakes are, and I'm going to try to avoid them next time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, as always, give this video a big thumbs up, share it. Maybe somebody will like it and find it useful. And if you're not part of my channel, I would love to have you. Please click that subscribe button and the notification bell on and join my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye, guys.